tell you what.
A shock.
When
rough.
when you see a wrestler come out in his street clothes, now it's not that promos in street clothes have never been done before.
What?
You know, it really didn't, it really doesn't hit you, but there was something about the way he was walking to the ring.
You knew there was something up.
Yeah, something.
I wasn't sure if it was a shoot or not, but
yeah, it was like, something just seemed off, and then when he got in the ring, it was like, okay, his mood.
I mean, we all know I'm not a huge fan of Roman Reigns, but that was the best. If it was a shoot, that was going to be the best acting he's done.
Right? Oh my God, yeah.
But it wasn't, and unfortunately,
Well, you know what? I mean, and then when he started his promo, and it was like when he said, I forgot how exactly.
I've been lying to you. I've been lying to myself.
Well, no,
my name is Joe.
Well, the way he said it was, I said that I would be here to defend this championship like every week or whatever. That was a lie. I'm like, and kind of paused right there, and then he said,
I was like, are they turning him heel? They're turning him heel.
And it's like,
sorry. Originally, when I did that, I was like, oh.
But and then he said, my name is Joe, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I never in a million years would have thought it was something like that, though. In a million years, never would have been like, there's something. I thought they were going to turn him heel. I thought they were doing something. It was an angle, a shoot. When I was watching, I was like, it's an angle. It's just,
And the thing about it is when he said that he's been fighting leukemia for 11 years, all of a sudden, the air and the crowd just went like, just went down.
Oh, it deflated.
Everything. It deflated the whole show. It absolutely made it real.
The sports entertainment, it made it real.
Yeah, absolutely. And the looks on people's faces and everything. It just.
I mean, I think everybody in their life has been touched by cancer one way or another, or a sickness, and everybody can relate to it and they understand. But this is a man who's out there who gives his best every night for everybody.
Yep.
Whether you like him or not.
Yep.
But he's still a man. And he's still facing one hell of a fight.
One of the things that I've said in the past is that there are some wrestling fans that have a hard time, separating the character from the real person, and that is true. That is absolutely true. We seen it on Twitter and whatnot. It's my God. But all of a sudden, it became real, and you saw a person fighting back tears, giving up what he worked his ass off for.
Yeah.
You say what you want about him being rammed down our throats. We've had that argument before.
Yes.
Being rammed down our throats. The guy was a workhorse. He showed up every week.
I give him credit where credit's due. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of him, but you got to give credit where credit is due.
Absolutely. And
you got to hate the sick guy, Joe.
I'm not hating. I'm giving him credit. I just don't like his character.
I'm just kidding. But
I don't like your character either,
the differentiation, the character versus the man.
Yeah.
Character versus the man.
All of a sudden,
I didn't like the character either.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But you got to give him credit for
respect what Russ is saying about his level, his
work ethic
and level is unparalleled. Excuse me.
And then it was like all of a sudden Roman Reigns became Joe Inoue.
Yeah.
Right in front of our very eyes. And I'm not saying it shook me a little bit, but it was like
just lifted that veil.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the curtain became open.
He was the guy behind the curtain, the Wizard of Oz.
Exactly.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, exactly. But it was like okay, all of a sudden it's right in front of you, and it's like okay, people that all of a sudden hate Roman Reigns are like, well, wait a minute, you're not Roman Reigns anymore, and I think it confused some people. To be honest with you. Yeah. But, now it kind of leads to...
The same people that think Superman is really Superman.
Man. But...
the outpouring, too, from the media all around everything. It was everywhere.
It trended the second he said it. Oh, my God.
Everywhere.
Oh, my God. But now...
Because it's the biggest name in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like it or lump it, he is the guy. And he's the biggest name in wrestling.
Number one merch seller.
Exactly. He's the biggest name in wrestling. So, of course, it's going to trend,
absolutely.